It wobbled a few times, but it's a cracking pot, and he's right on the blue. He's spotted something on the cue ball that's just distracting him. And if he goes full into the pink, he's got to be careful those reds are not a plant into the right corner. I don't think he's even looked at that. But I think he may be okay. We'll find out shortly now.
Yeah, certainly will. And it's all about, as you say, flush onto the pink, which is touching the top of the reds. They should split. And the two reds were not a plant. And that is not bad at all. The key was that the cue ball really did bounce off pink. I don't think it could have come out a lot better than that, to be honest.
Mind you, he should never have had the chance of that difficult red. It was a careless one from Mark Williams to leave the safety short, or the attempt to just land in the reds. Pink out of commission at the moment. Not a good angle to get on the black because of the red to the right of the black. So
7.
Looks A1.
10.
Fairly straight on this red to hold for the black. Might just be able to bounce it off the cushion and up, but it's no problem at all.
11.
Quite a bit of noise. They're at the mid-session interval on the other table, but the way Ronnie has been focused, I don't think he's even going to notice that. Red's just a little awkward. That's the people that are just leaving for the mid-session interval. That's okay. There's one to the middle pocket. He's just covered
80.
A couple of reds to the left corner.
Made a good decision there, and that's one that would give him a lot of possibilities. And as you say, one to the middle pocket, the others are very nicely spread. Nothing out in the yellow cushion, everything in the open. So Ronnie with a chance to extend his lead. Looking somewhat ominous the way that this afternoon has gone.
Yeah, I don't think it would have mattered who he was playing against. This form, you know, his opponent was going to be sitting most of the frames in his seat.
25.
Still sitting 95% with his pot success rate. That is excellent. Not the best this time.
32.
Still okay, but he'll have to head up for the blue again.
Yeah, Mark would love to come back to the table, but it's unlikely that he will. I think the way things are going, he's already perfectly on the blue.
It's virtually one chance in the frame's over. He's had breaks of 107, 74, 51, 68.
$39.
And now he's right in amongst the black spot as well. That's the other thing.
46.
Playing on the blue earlier, but in a few shots this could
47.
be 10-3.
Couldn't avoid the cannon into that red.
54.
But it's okay. It's a bit closer to the cushion than he would have liked.
55.
And it's just a matter of the yellow, but he's got a position where he can leave himself on. Just where he puts the cue ball here, he'll have a choice of at least 4 reds. Now watch this. He's got a red to the left middle, one to the right corner, and one to the left corner.
And when you see break building like this, you feel there's no difficult shots on, and the game looks so easy. People at home think, well, I could almost do this myself. The pots, perhaps, but it's just that when his cue ball control is under such tight measures, then really you feel that
65.
no shot that he plays is particularly difficult.
66.
Well, the shot that Mark Williams played wasn't particularly difficult, the safety shot, and he just underhit it, and this has been the result.
71. 72. Nine. 80.
Well, every chance of another century, and that would be the 45th century at the Crucible this year. And another £200 for the Haven House Children's Hospice.
55.
And this red in the middle was the more difficult of them as well, so by potting
86.
that, it makes it a real good thing when you make the century. Hit into the middle pocket at quite a speed there. It was quite a narrow angle. But there isn't much that's stopping O'Sullivan. And we're seeing the full repertoire of shots.
93. 94.
He's made 42 centuries this season, Ronnie. He's made 108 at the Crucible, believe it or not. And there's another one. It just keeps getting better and better for Ronnie O'Sullivan and his army of fans.
103.
And what an exhibition this has been at the Crucible this afternoon. Mark
106.
Williams just can't do anything about this. He has been playing well, but he hasn't had a chance to play. It's as simple as that. And look at the side on that. Look at the side on that cue. And all the way around the houses again.
115.
This is as good as it gets. And look at this positional shot as well. Not only the pot. Look where the cue ball's finished. Unbelievable break. And what a reception Ronnie O'Sullivan gets from this Crucible crowd. He just keeps marching on, and he now leads Mark Williams 10 frames to 3.
Well, no wonder there's a look of bemusement on Mark Williams' face, because we're now in real danger, or Mark is anyway, of looking at a defeat with a session to spare here. This would be the 5th time, if Ronnie were to do it, that he's done it at the Crucible. It's just incredible.
What can he do? Just plays a shot, sits there and watches. I mean, this is ridiculous. It's the 108th century at Crucible alone. I mean, he's playing at the moment. I mean, this is just dream snooker. We see it now and again in his career where he just plays and he goes into a peak performance and no one gets a shot. This is one of sessions. And I don't know who the favourite is for this year's championship, but it should be him.
Yeah, but the pace at which he plays when he is on a roll, it just seems to get quicker and quicker and quicker.
Yeah, and some with beautiful shots, like little cannons in amongst the balls, like how he develops a whole break, and even the exhibition shots at the end. You know, he has everything, you know, and it's tough for Mark. He's just got to sit there and admire it, basically, because that's all you can do. He's in complete overdrive, O'Sullivan, at the moment.
OK, well, as we say, real danger, from his perspective, Mark's anyway, of going home even earlier.